So I'm an engineering student who's also working in an engineering internship. And one morning at my job, I was talking to 3 other engineers in my department, right? And we were just talking. And then we got to the topic of dream careers. One of the engineers said that he always wanted to be a tornado chaser. The other engineer said that he wanted to be a news reporter growing up. And then the last engineer said that she wanted to be a stay-at-home mother. And I noticed that none of them wanted to be an engineer. None of them were living their dream career. And I didn't lose respect for any of them. I just kept my mouth silent about that. My respect stayed for them. And then they asked me, Aaron, what is your dream career? I said this. My dream career is to be an engineer. And then they went silent, as if they didn't believe me. Like they kind of gave me a weird look. And then one of them spoke up and said, come on, you could do better than this. Engineering? And then my blood almost started to fucking boil at that point. I said in my head, I know you did not just say that to me, of all people. That's where my respect went down for them. For them to not want to be an engineer, that's cool and all. But for them to disrespect people who have the dream of becoming an engineer, that's what pissed me the fuck off. I literally get hate comments on YouTube for how fucking passionate I speak about engineering. I spend my free time talking about engineering. I make engineering projects as a hobby. I run a program for engineering students to learn and develop their careers in engineering. I enjoy the stress of engineering school. For this person to say you can do better than an engineering career, to me of all people, was crazy. Because I believe, quote me on this, fucking quote me on this, engineering is the most important career on this earth. Now don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not being cocky and saying that all other careers are useless, but the other careers that I think are useful are careers in STEM. So if you don't know what STEM is, it's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. You could argue that any of these are more important than engineering. But to counter your argument, no matter what you say, engineering is the most important of all the 4 STEM topics or STEM fields. Because engineering literally applies all the other 3 fields in STEM. Engineering applies science, engineering applies technology, and engineering sure as hell applies mathematics. And another point that I have to explain why engineering is the most important topic on this planet is that humans are natural engineers. You might not believe me, but it's true. When humans have problems, who do they turn to? They turn to engineers. When humans have problems, they turn to engineering. Just this morning, when I was scripting this exact video right here, I was working, right? And then there was fucking mosquitoes. There was honestly 6, maybe 7 mosquitoes surrounding me. Oh, 6, 7. But there were a bunch of mosquitoes surrounding me, right? And I tried to kill them with my hands, right? But this was morning and it's 5 a.m. when I was scripting this video. And I didn't want to wake up anyone else in the other apartments here because we have thin walls, right? So I was trying to clap them, but I couldn't go fast because I didn't want to hit the wall and slam it and make everyone angry. So I was how could I fix this problem? I'll show you what I did. You might think, oh, that's just a rolled up piece of paper, Aaron. But nah, this is engineering. This is the most basic, simple form of engineering. It is a manipulation of a material, paper, in order to make a tool, which solves the problem of not making a large noise. You might, honestly, it sounds like I'm a crazy person, but this is the most simple form of engineering. This is a form of engineering. And I killed those fucking mosquitoes. Look at that. Look, you can see the fucking mosquitoes on here, bro. But that's all to say that humans depend on engineering. Look at the cavemen from millions of years ago. They depended on engineering. In order to hunt, in order to kill an animal, they depended on tools to kill animals, weapons. That's the most basic and simple form of mechanical engineering. The first form of mechanical engineering, arguably. And then cavemen also made tools to cut the leather, tools to make clothes. That's the most basic form of manufacturing engineering. Shelters, when they put up logs and made a roof with sticks and leaves, that's the most basic form of civil engineering. Starting fires, that is the most simple form of chemical engineering. Have you ever thought about that? That's insane to think about. 30 million years ago, engineering still existed. Engineering has existed from the moment humans have came onto this planet. Now fast forward to the modern day. Look what engineering has evolved into. It is fucking amazing. Look at the cars that are reaching hundreds of kilometers per hour. Look at the jets that are breaking Mach 1 and breaking the sound barrier. Look at the rockets that are reaching outer space and therefore detecting oncoming asteroids that is on trajectory to hit this fucking Earth. But engineering also counters that problem by making a system that would deflect that asteroid to not hit Earth. Engineering is not only helping humanity to develop, but engineering is also protecting this planet and protecting all species on this planet. Engineering is developing sustainable forms of energy that is powering your house and is powering all of civilization. Engineering is the reason that you're warm right now inside of your home because of HVAC engineers. Engineering is the reason that you have this home around you because of structural engineers. Engineering is the reason that you're watching this video right now on your phone, and software engineers are the reason that you're able to look at this software platform of YouTube. You should be grateful for all of the engineers, and you should therefore be grateful that you have the opportunity to study such an amazing field of work. Nobody ever talks about engineering like this, but it's the fucking truth. Engineering is the most heroic career out there for humanity. So it is about fucking time that engineers got the recognition that they deserve, because engineers are the whole reason that this world operates today. I've had it with people calling engineers nerd. I've had it with people calling engineers socially uncalibrated. Sure, it might be fucking true, but you depend on the work of engineers as well. Fuck all the Andrew Tate wannabes saying like, oh, you don't need an engineering degree. You can make money online and just work 4 hours a week. But those motherfuckers, they're doing unpurposeful work. They're just doing it for their own benefit. They're generating vast amounts of wealth. Yeah, sure. But like 100 years down the line, their work, is it really going to have helped humanity as much as an engineering career? The most basic forms of engineering career, the most basic forms of research in engineering do 100 times, maybe 1,000 times more benefit to humanity than all of these digital nomads working like 2 hours a week. Fuck those people who tell you that you don't need a degree. You don't need to listen to them. Shut out all of that energy that is discouraging you from continuing your degree. This is your purpose. You chose this career. Now follow through with it and shut off everyone else that is telling you to follow through with anything else otherwise, okay? Put those blinders on and just focus on engineering, okay? Now that you know that engineering is important and that it is absolutely fucking sick, you need to work hard towards it. You need to get an internship. You need to join some engineering design clubs at your university. You need to make some personal projects. You need to connect with profs. You need to connect with other engineers in the field. You need to do research with professors. You need to do everything you can in order to get the stepping stones towards your dream career. Because you watching this video, I know for a fact that you are hardworking because you're an engineering student. And I also know for a fact that you're passionate because you've made it to this point in the video and that you've been nodding your head along with what I've said so far. And if you're anything like me, then you're gonna give your absolute all. Okay, so that's what I expect of you. If you need my help, there's a program where you can learn the lessons that I've learned throughout engineering school and apply those lessons in order to develop your career into what you want it to be. Okay, it might sound hypocritical that I have a program also, but this program is how I'm funding my engineering career and my further on education. Maybe I want to get a master's soon. Me and you and all the other engineering students in this world have to grind hard so that us future engineers can show the world what engineering really is and how heroic it is for humanity. So let's do it. Let's work ethically. Let's work with passion. Let's work with drive. And let's dominate engineering school. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. They depended on tools. That's mechanical engineering. See, I told you there's fucking mosquitoes everywhere, bro. But tools.